So I was just sitting here on my last reading, and I was talking about these energies, these synchronicities that come, that has been um, everywhere. It's been so relevant. We have seen several of them at one time, all the time, and it's so funny. I was just saying that in my last reading, and all the different number of synchronicities that I've seen at one time. Right before I started this, I just looked over. You can see them in my car. Right before I started this, I just looked over, y'all. And what do I see? What do I see? Got 144 miles of gas. I have 144 miles of gas in my car. And so that may be significant to something, y'all. You know, people could be a part of the 144. So this could be for you. Anyway, I reached into my bag and pulled out a deck this time. What came out was this Starseed Oracle. So let's see what they have. Ain't gonna talk for long on this one. Anything from the Starseed Oracle? I guess nothing fell like I thought it did. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. And yeah, so looking at this card, it reminds me of a video that I just watched the other day. It reminds me of a video that I just watched the other day. And it was showing iPhone versus Android, the people. One guy, the iPhone, he asked his iPhone to solve an equation, and it did, just like that. So the guy with the Android ordered something to eat, and the phone turned into the meal. And so to counter that, the guy with the iPhone, he went back in and he zoomed all the way into the moon, where you can see all the spots and everything on the moon. Well, the guy with the Android, he zoomed all the way to the moon, all the way through the galaxy, and and he zoomed into heaven. And the android was looking at Jesus in heaven, y'all. Like, that's what this remind me of. That's what this remind me of. And so they zoomed. They were zooming in. He zoomed into the moon. And the other guy zoomed all the way into heaven, into the gates and everything. You seen the gates open up, and and there Jesus was just standing there. I thought that was so funny. And so somebody may be zoomed in like this, and the card says zoom out. You may need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, rather than zooming in and looking at all the little small things that could be quite annoying sometimes when you're looking at every single thing, especially when you're a person like me and you pick up on energy. And so you could be zoomed in at all of this energy going on around you, and it could be driving you crazy. And so maybe you just need to take a step back for a while. Zoom out. Don't zoom in. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Sometimes you have to step back and look at something. You know, when you're actually in it, you have a different outlook from versus the one as if you're someone on the outside looking in. I feel like this is what this card is saying. You know, step out of whatever it is that you in right now. It says look at the bigger picture. Oh no, it don't say that. I must have said that on my own. It says zoom out, common ground. None of this matters. And so maybe if you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture versus all the little small pieces, then you may find some common ground with some other people. I know my last reading was just about opening up, not, trying to let that brick wall down, learning to trust people again, learning to let people in, maybe learning that you are not alone in whatever it is that you're doing. And sometimes it can feel like that. Not lonely, but alone. Those are two different things. I just thought I'd make that clear. The courageous peony. What does this say? Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. I feel like that's you. I feel like you have many different talents. There are so many different layers to you. And so to be hidden behind closed doors is obscene. Um, I feel like the card says, let yourself be seen. Not only that, I feel like it's people that want to see you, people that want to be in your energy. But I don't feel like you allow that because you could be so zoomed in to every little thing, to feeling every single thing around you. And so when you're taking note of all the little things, it could be pushing you away from a lot of people. It's not allowing yourself to be seen like you should be seen. You're keeping yourself closed off. But in order for you to be seen in this light, in order for all of these talents to be seen, they're either gonna have to invade your privacy or you're gonna have to put it out there. And so if you are going through a situation where you feel like your privacy is being invaded, maybe that's why, because people are able to see this in you, and they want to see it and they want to be a part of it, but you're so closed off, and so maybe that's why they're going in and trying to see it in other kind of ways. And so maybe it's time for you to come out of the box, so to speak. Oh, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Anything else? What is this? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Look a little deeper. Whatever this is about you, it says unique nature. You are very different. I feel like the difference about you versus other people is that you are connected, that you have star ancestors, that you're a person that you come from star beings. This card says zoom out, but this card says look a little deeper. I feel like Not only do you have depths of you that other people want to explore that should be seen, there are things, there may be depths to you that you haven't even had the chance to explore. There may be things about yourself that you are not even aware of. There may be things about yourself that you can do, things that you may know, something that needs to be woke up in you. Now, my last card, it kind of had someone going on a spiritual, like a spiritual journey, going through another type of awakening. If that has anything to do with this, maybe you're about to find out some things about yourself, but you can't do that if you're alone. You can't do that without allowing other people in. I feel like someone out there may be aware of this. Um, Someone could just be waiting at the chance to maybe let you know more about yourself on a spiritual level. These pyramids here, you could be highly connected again to the star people. You have ancestors in a high place. I'm feeling like your lineage is royalty. May come from a world of gods and goddesses, may come from the angels. Your ancestors, your lineage could be something that's deeper than just being indigenous. Um, if you look at this card right here and you see these three bigger stars that you are able to see, there are also three people or three beings that you can barely see kind of faded in the background. I don't know why I keep hearing the word Anunnaki. I heard somebody talking about that earlier, and I'm looking at these, and I'm getting Egyptian, Anunnaki. I even feel like I see those in this card. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the next card. I don't know, y'all. If y'all have ever tapped into that emerald tablet, I have briefly. I wasn't able to do all of what I wanted to do when it came to that. I wasn't able to really learn all of what I wanted to learn. You know, things happen and you kind of step out of, I always say you get pushed out of thriving to surviving, and so certain things just become like less important over time. And so maybe this is a time where you need to pick to do a little bit more digging when it comes down to knowing yourself. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. You could be feeling overworked. Maybe you need to take some rest. Nourishment. Maybe you've been pouring a lot into other people, and it's time for you to pour into yourself now. Is what I'm getting for that from this card. The energy that you have been given to others is now time for you to give to yourself. It's not saying, to stay closed off, not saying don't open up because that would be contradicting to what I just said earlier. But you need to nourish yourself. You need to pour into yourself just as much as you have poured into other people. Maybe you're pouring into people, yeah, not receiving anything back from it. Maybe you've been pouring into the wrong people. So rather than continue pouring into other people and nourishing them and being a shoulder for them and providing that energy for them, you need to take it and refocus it back in yourself. Behind this is the golden children, inner child. Could be something about your inner child you need to nourish. Both of these cards says tenderness. So I kind of get from that what something is hard in you. Maybe what you went through. I was just saying when you go through so much, so much deceit in a short amount of time, it kind of makes you look at people differently. And so maybe something you went through, maybe you could have been like me and went through it very fast, within a lot fast, and you could have been closed off because of that, or it could have hardened you somehow. Not saying that you're heartless, but you may not be as soft as you used to be. You may not be as playful as you used to be. Um, you may not laugh as much as you used to laugh. You may not find things that funny anymore. You may take things more serious now. I feel like this nourishment is is for you to soften up a little bit. It's for you to nurture that inner child that may have been lost in whatever this is that is taking place around you. This card also says rare gifts, innocence. So there's an innocence about you. You could have these rare gifts. This is a starseed deck, so you could be a starseed, the golden child, an indigo child, an indigo. Our behind us says trust in time and trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Whatever you've been through, whatever is going on around you, everything happens for a reason. And so just know that this too shall pass. You know, maybe you need to go through whatever this was in order to grow you, in order to put you on that certain path, in order to lead you down a certain direction. You're here for a reason. You've been so connected to these stars. I feel like you have a purpose, divine purpose that you may have needed to be put on a specific path in order to live that out. And so trust in where you are and where you are about to be, because I feel like you're about to have some big changes coming through. And so even if you feel like something has been halted, that was for a reason. There were some things you need to allow to happen again in order to help you put you on this path. So be grateful for wherever it is you are right now. Know that you are connected somehow to a higher source. And that said, I'm about to go ahead and end this at 22:44. I'll be back, y'all.